This is gonna be a super relaxed video. I am in my pajama pants, Jack Skeleton, and my Batman hoodie. So this is gonna be super duper relaxed. It is in the middle of the night. I just kind of felt like doing a nail video and talking about nail polish, so I decided to come to you. Excuse my nails right now. I was just about to paint them, and then I decided to film this video. This is going to be my monthly mani, so pretty much what I wore in the past month. And since it is now March, I'm just going to mix January and February's monthly manis together because I honestly did not wear, I don't think at least, I wore that many polishes or changed my manicure out that often. So the first thing that I wore in the month of January, and this was at the beginning of January, was Kale Polish's Cozy in There. This is a really pretty muted out gray toned teal shade. It's a cream polish. I really enjoyed myself wearing this polish at the beginning of the month. It was just the perfect shade for winter to me, in my opinion, because it is kind of icy and blue outside, and even though we don't get snow here in California, it does rain quite a bit when it's the winter season. So this kind of reminds me of like a rainy day when the clouds in the sky are like all gray and stuff. So I really got rainy day vibes with this. I just really loved it. I thought it was a beautiful polish. I'm not going to talk too much about the formula. If you guys would like to see an in-depth swatch and review of these Kale polishes, especially this collection, then click the link right here and it will take you straight to that video. I will also have that video linked at the end of this video. For whatever reason, if you don't see the big white flag that comes across my head and just cuts into my entire frame, if you don't see that, I will also link it at the end of this video. Oh, the second shade I wore in the month of February was Sticky Fingers by Urban Outfitters. You guys are seriously sleeping on these Urban Outfitters nail polishes. If you've never tried them, you are seriously sleeping. I mean, they have such a good formula. Now, I will say that the brushes on them are not that great. They're not like my favorite brush. It's kind of let me see if I can hold it up. It's kind of a Essie sort of style of brush, so it's not like that flat brush or anything like that. It's definitely more of an Essie style, but the formula is so good. Like I will work with the brush. It's not that big of a deal. The cap is a rubber lid, so it's easier to grip to open. It is just beautiful. This is a metallic maroon formula, and it also has a bit of an orange flash to it. I don't know if it's going to show up on camera, not that orange flash, because whenever I put it up close to the lights, for whatever reason, it just shows the base color of the polish. And it doesn't show like the little flashes or glows to polish, but I hope that it shows up. It does have a sort of orange hue around the edges. I have to tinkle a little bit. I should probably go to the bathroom. Okay, so moving right along to the next polish. I'm like half asleep and half like super excited and just like, I don't know, and spazzing. This is in the shade Winter Mint. This does have a light minty smell to it, but it is like so light. You'd have to be rubbing your hand of like right underneath your nose to even smell this. Kind of reminds me of like the Orbit gum, the sweet mint Orbit gum, which is my favorite mint gum. It is a metallic mint cream polish. I'm sorry, my mouth just got really dry and I just couldn't speak. Metallic mint green polish with metallic green glitters and then gold shimmer in it as well. This one was super duper popular back in the day when Deborah Lippman released her nail polish. I think it was like called Mermaid's Tears, Mermaid's Dream, Mermaid's Tale. I don't know. It was one of those. And this one became super popular because it was said to be a dead-on dupe, and it was just out of stock. Like I could not find this polish anyway. To be honest with you, Deborah Lippman, it was just like way out of my price range. There was no way in heck, heaven or hell that I was gonna spend $18 on a nail polish. Like, no. First time I put this polish on, I fell absolutely in love with it. I've never owned a metallic mint before, so I fell absolutely in love with this polish. But this last time when I pulled it off the shelf to kind of put it on to wear it, because I'm trying to go through some of the polishes that I haven't used or worn in a really long time, and when I pulled this one, I just wasn't feeling it anymore. Like, I don't know what happened. I was so in love with it. But next polish I wore in the month of January is from Pure Ice, and it is called Absolutely Marvelous, which is an absolutely marvelous name. I really had no issues with the formula on this. It was very, very nice. The brush, again, is not my favorite. It's more of that Essie type of brush. I would have definitely preferred something a little flatter, more along the lines of the Wet n Wild brushes. But I'm not going to be too picky because this was super inexpensive. And I've never actually owned any other Pure Ice before. This is like my first Pure Ice purchase. I actually thought it was decent. I thought it was decent. To me, this looks like a sort of muted out plum shade. I wouldn't really put this in mauve, but I know there's different tones of mauve. The type of mauves that I own is like more on the pinky end of the spectrum, where I feel like this is more on the purple kind of end, which is where I'm getting my muted out purple plum description from, as if I know how to describe things. I don't. That is Absolutely Marvelous, darling, by Pure Ice. I just spit at the camera. I'm so sorry, darling. I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Then I wore Jenna Hip's American Pie, and Jenna Hip is a 7-free brand. It also is cruelty free and vegan friendly as well. She is a celebrity green nail stylist. I bought like a mini set like 3 or 4 years ago from her at Costco, and it was called like the Candies collection, I believe, and this was a part of it. Most of the polishes in that collection were really, really good. I absolutely loved Thin Mint. That's my favorite mint shade. Like, that was the perfect mint shade. I'm actually going to go and purchase that full size because I love that polish. I got so many compliments on it. But I also really like this one. This is a navy blue cream polish. This polish is also in my project polish. If you guys would like to see what other nail polishes I have in my project polish, then check out the next video after this. If you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and do that so you don't miss out when I upload my videos, because sometimes I don't always upload on Tuesdays, sometimes I upload on a different day. Beautiful, beautiful navy cream. I can't say anything bad about it. I absolutely loved it. It is a 1-coater polish. Okay, and then the next polish that I wore, which I am so excited about, was Stylenomics by Essie. Oh my god, this polish blew me away in January. Like, absolutely blew me away. I didn't know what to think about this polish when I first got it. I actually wanted the blue one from this collection. I think it was called Style Cartel or something like that. I think that's what it's called. I really wanted that one and I couldn't find it, but I was able to find Stylenomics. Sometimes different tones of green and different tones of blue does not look the greatest up against my skin tone, although I love the color itself. So even though I will purchase it, I will try it on and be like, ew, but this doesn't really look good up against my skin. So that I don't know what to do with it, and it just ends up sitting on my rack. I did not want Stylenomics to be one of those, and it definitely is not. This is an Evertree green type of green. Like, this is a deep green shade. It is almost black. This is the sister version to Linkin Park After Dark by OPI. Like, it is one of those shades where it is so deep, so dark, it is almost black, but it's definitely not. It has that burst of color, which makes it so much more interesting and gives it a lot of more depth than it just being a flat, stark black, which I absolutely love, especially in the winter months and seasons. These are the type of polishes I love wearing, and this really did not let me down. I love this color up against my skin tone. I had no problems. I also think this shade would look really nice on someone with super fair skin. I was really impressed by the formula on this as well. It is a 1-coater polish, which I absolutely love. I was just in awe. This polish did it for me. I was really trying to stretch out my manicures and just seeing how far I could stretch out my manicures these last 2 months. I picked up Tempest and decided to put her on. This is a gorgeous lilac, or even lavender, I would say. would you say this is lilac or lavender? I don't know, let me know. I'm gonna go with lavender because I say lilac a lot. So this is a beautiful lavender cream formula. The brushes on these Sinful Color polishes are very thin, definitely more like an Essie brush. So it's not, the brushes aren't fantastical or anything like that, but the prices are really, really good. I think it's like $1.97 to $2 depending on where you live. This was just so gorgeous. It was so pretty. It was so bright and vibrant, and I really did not expect it to be as bright as it was on my nails. I knew it was kind of like pastel-y and more of like a pastel lavender, but I don't know. I don't know what I expected, but I did not expect it to be as bright as it was. And it was so freaking bright, you guys. Like, I was shocked. I was like, this could possibly be a neon pastel, but it's definitely not yet there as a neon, but it was just a beautiful, bright purple lavender shade. Perfect formula, 2 coats to be opaque. It was definitely not too thin, not too thick, right in the middle. They did a fantastic job with this polish. Another Kale polish. I just cannot seem to stop wearing her polishes. This is called Wishbone, and this is an off-white kind of color. I would say it's definitely more of a cream off-white kind of khaki shade, but a light, very light khaki shade if I had to describe it. This reminds me of creamer for coffee, which gives me morning vibes and just makes me feel refreshed, and really lovely, nice off-white shade. Looks very, very chic on the nails. I really enjoyed this polish. Okay guys, that is all of my monthly manis for the month of January and February. If you'd like to see more of my crazy shenanigans, then go ahead and click the subscribe button. Also, don't forget to click that little notification bell if you do not want to miss any of my future videos. I have a second channel. It is called Mystery Muse. It is where I talked about and discuss unsolved mysteries such as murders, missing people, paranormal activity, and just strange and weird stories and events and occurrences. If you guys like that kind of stuff and creepy things like that, then go ahead and check that second channel out. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. And yeah, that is it. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Peace.